So I just want to lastly give Gregory Modungwa a chance. He's going to give us an update, as we've heard and seen on the news, major devastating fires in the Northern Cape. Many people's lives are affected from all races. So Gregory, you can just give us an update and just share a little bit more about the situation and what you sense we should pray into. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Arnu. A good day, family, right across South Africa. Yeah, from Gila land side, we heard about the fires that were taking place in the Northern Cape about 2 weeks back. And we, from our side, we decided, hey, we want to just go there and find out what's happening, what are some of the needs, what are the farmers going through, how can we assist? And we had the opportunity to speak to some of the farmers, and some of the stuff they informed us on was, I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but the Northern Cape went through, a number of years of severe drought, and some areas were declared disaster areas. And, the farmers was just busy recovering from that, because over the last 2 years, over the last year or so, there was good rains in the Northern Cape. And there was, as a result, there was a lot of grass on the field, grazing for the animals. And a fire struck from different places. So it wasn't a fire that started in one place. It was different fires from different places. And because of the wind, the uncontrollable wind in the province, the fire became completely uncontrollable, and they couldn't do anything about it. And I just want to share a short video from one of the farmers that we had an opportunity to speak to, where he's just informing us, what are some of what they have experienced and what they have seen in the area. So just bear with me. Amanda, can you give me opportunity to share screen, please? Okay,
you
great.
should be able.
All right, there we go.
A couple of days ago, we got calls from some farmers in the vicinity that the fire is raging. With the wind, it's been out of control. We weren't able to do much about it.
Good morning, this is Gary Powell from Yola Land, and we're here on a farm near Kimberley called Langberg, and I'm here with Paul Neutling, who's a farmer here, and I'm going to ask Paul just to tell us a bit about himself, about the farm, and what happened a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I'm privileged to be the 4th generation on this farm, Langberg. And a couple of days ago we got calls from some farmers in the vicinity that the fire is raging. We went out to help a couple of kilometers from here, and the wind was just hectic. The wind brought the fire over to this farm in a matter of hours, and in about 1 hour we lost all our grazing. We've got about 2% of our grazing left. We lost a couple of animals. Fortunate to have some left. And it's just been, with the wind, it's been out of control. We weren't able to do much about it, except stay out of its way most of the time to keep our people safe. It was rough.
And maybe you can tell us a bit about what the immediate needs are for the farmers in the area. What do you see as some of the stumbling blocks, and how can we assist? How can our listeners assist you as farmers?
Yeah.
And what is the implication, the long-term implication?
In the long term, we are going to need grazing for our animals. In the short term, we're just trying to get the crisis under control as much as possible, getting feed out to the animals, running around, making sure all the water infrastructure is still fine, whether the fire burnt pipes and things like that. And then obviously when we have to move animals later on, if the rain stays away a bit, then we would need veterinary help to move those animals. Helicopters, with livestock it's easy. With game it's not as easy. There you need the vets, you need the helicopters, you need the vehicles that can do it, and the teams, actually the capture teams that can help you to move the animals. So that is definitely going to be a need, and always as much feed as we can get to feed the animals on that are still remaining.
Yeah, so we were there about 2 weeks ago, and the stats back then was 145,000 hectares of land was burned. And during this week, we got update on that, that a total of about 470,000 hectares of land has been devastated by the fires in the area. A lot of farmers have lost 100% of their grazing, which, it's like a ripple effect. Without grazing, you can't feed your animals. You either need to get feed in, or you need to relocate your animals to another place. Some have lost a lot of animals. We were in a township, I can't remember the name, and one of the ladies there lost all her livestock to the fire. So the devastation has been horrific for the people on that side. And then a lot of infrastructure was damaged as well. Fencing, water pipes, power lines, and those are just some of the immediate needs. And I think, just from a prayer perspective, we should pray that the fires would stop, because till today, some of the fires are still going on. Some of the fires are still raging. Really just praying for good rains to put out the fires, as well as to really just nourish the land that has been devastated by the fires, so that grazing and grass can come up quickly. And then there's need for funding to restore damaged infrastructure, as well as to really help the farmers keep the animals alive during this time, as they're waiting for, just for the land to be restored, to be able to sustain the animals. And then there's talks with the government to try and receive a bit of help from the government side. So just a bit of favor on that front as well. We can just pray for those 4 points. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gregory. Wow, this is a serious picture of the situation there. Absolutely, our hearts go out. And we know it's not just the farmers, it's the farm workers, it's all of those communities that are being affected, because the farming are the lifeblood in many of those areas. So we'll definitely pray into that. So